At this morning explanation about the transferring the consciousness power practice. As I told, the Tibetan word PHOWA, which means that to transfer the consciousness to the Buddha's pure land, which is that through your own practice, support by Lama, support by the Yidam and Dakinis. Not only just Lama, it can be also support by your Dharma friends. If that is some good Dharma friends, which is very with a good Samaya. So today, here our text mentioned those, if you ask some your friends, Dharma brothers and sisters who can help you support, and also if you do this power prayer and some dedication, that very important is need to be pure Samaya. Because Vajrayana, the Samaya is very, very important. If this between the Lama and student, between if you doing that for your friends and your Dharma brothers, sisters, if the Samaya is not good, Samaya means the commitment, Samaya means the commitment and is the vows. So those are not good, so it does not very help that much. So Tamsik Tsangma, as I said, pure motivation, pure Samaya, pure intention, who do that power practice and to help other people, it's very important. As we mentioned this morning, Yogi Milarepa said, after the one we dying from here, our consciousness, there is 5 different consciousness, what we count now, the 6 consciousness, seeing, hearing, taste, so etc. The 5 sense, those will be lost. Those are which is very physically that we feel, but the 6th consciousness of our mind, which we call, will travel in the Bardo and travel to take the rebirth for the next lifetime. So that's why it's very important to know that. So this morning, I told you guys, so power practitioners, we need to have very important, right from beginning, is the renunciation through the samsara, understanding of the suffering. Because of that, we want to take rebirth to the Buddha's pure land. And we have mentioned to the practice of bodhicitta, loving kindness, compassion, as the preparation practice. So these are the very fundamental. We sometimes very less practice for that. So it will be very, very pity, very, very, how to say, that kind of like the misuse our time if we do not really considering how important the fundamental practice, the fundamental training of the mind. So that's why it is really necessary to think and reflect for that. And we have talked this morning, those who would like to do the power practice, and we need to have the understanding of the Vajrayana practice, especially for the power practitioner, we need to have the refuge Buddha Dharma Sangha, which is the key point of the practice. Without having that, we cannot even receive the teachings purposely, actually. So this is the very traditional teaching and very, how to say, authentic way to Buddha said. Second, having the Lama to Lama devotion, we talked this morning, it's very necessary, very important. We say that the devotion to the Lama is the head of the meditation. The renunciation of samsara is the feet of the meditation, like leg of the meditation. So our head and feet, or our leg, is very important. So the leg, without leg, you cannot walk. Without head, you cannot think. So that's why the devotion of the Lama devotion is the head of the practice. The renunciation of samsara is the feet or leg of the samsara. So that's why it's leg of the meditation. So that's why it's very, very important, these two, Mogu and the Ngenjung, Tibet say. Mogu means the devotion, Ngenjung means the renunciation. So top of having that, we have talked today, very important, the reflection of the four thoughts. We continue to understand. Now they come to the practice of the PHOWA. So we as human beings, our body in this PHOWA very particular practice, so we have to visualize our body as one yidam. So as I said, in this practice very important to have the Tsalung yoga training. Those people who have been to the Tsalung yoga training, you already have some trainings. So the purpose of the practice, having the breathing meditation, breathing training, the wind practice, because right from the text from the Naropa, Yogi Naropa said, so the meditation of the PHOWA practice is the first you need to visualize yourself, outer body is one of the yidam. You can visualize Vajavarahi today. Many of you know the Vajavarahi is the form of the Dakini. This one is your body. You can also meditate on the sitting posture, not only always standing. Sitting posture, the Vajavarahi is the embodiment of the emptiness, embodiment of the bodhicitta, embodiment of the bliss, and embodiment of the clarity. So the Vajavarahi, outer body, you can visualize. It will be very good for the practice of the PHOWA. It is mentioned many texts, especially our Tekunga sadhana, the outer body, we have to visualize Vajravarahi. If you are not very familiar with the Vajravarahi, Vajrayogini, so you can visualize one of the yidam that you are very close, that you are very much fond, that which you very loved yidam, you can do that. But according to the traditionally, we do the Vajravarahi. It's very good. And then doing that, so we have to visualize inside our body. It's called the Tongra Kompa, empty body, empty like balloon, wind balloon. It has nothing inside our organs, all this inside the body, what we know, lung, liver, and so etc. Everything is not there. It's empty like balloon, wind balloon. It is the not just emptiness, but it's just empty body. So we visualize as much as clear. It's very important to learn that, to train that. It is without training that, so we will have problem time of the death. So it become very unclear. And also it will have lots of effect from the pain, hurt, all these things on the body cannot visualize as yidam's body. So that's why the meditation that is yidam, it is the body of the rainbow body. It is the body of the light body, it's called, understand? So we have to visualize that is the second one. The first one, as I said, it's very important to have the Laman devotion and then to start visualizing. The first is the empty body. Second is the center channel. So the center channel, you visualize center channel from deep under your navel chakra, 4 fingers down, almost it's touched your sacred chakra, inside the body, the middle of your body, very, very, very clear until go to the top of the head, and it opens. In the center of the head, the PHOWA point. This morning I told you the PHOWA point should be the in the center of the head, which is from the 8 fingers from our where hair grows, or we just sometimes to measure with the thread or string that we measured, and that the cross where comes from ear to the ear, and then from forehead to your center of the head back, and then where is the thread or string, where is the crossing. So that is the PHOWA point. That is the very important to find the point. This is the place where consciousness need to live. So this is called the door of the Mahamudra, the door of the liberation, the door of the free from the samsara. So that is the very, very important for the PHOWA practitioners. So there, our center channel is open. This center channel is the straight, very straight, and not too big, not too thick. I mean, it's like kind of that your ring finger, not too thick, not very thick. It's like your ring finger, and very flexible, straight first. Second is flexible. Third is the transparent. Understand? It's transparent, flexible, straight, and it is size of your ring finger is the four definition of your center channel. Trying to remember that. The 4 aspect of the 4 the definition of your center channel for quality. The first is the very straight. Second, it is very flexible. Third, it is transparent. It is not just it's obscured, it's transparent. Fifth is it is not too thick, not too tiny. It is like your ring finger. So this is the very, very important. It is not like bamboo. It's not like wood. It is a real, like living channel. Very important to think the center channel, how it looks like it is. And then this is the second visualization. The outside of the channel is blue, inside channel is the red. You see, it's open here. So it looks like this. Here you see, outside is the blue, inside is the red, which symbolize of the bliss and emptiness. The bliss, emptiness, union, this is the Chakra-sambhara, Vajravarahi practitioners, if you know. Otherwise, it is the male and female energy. The blue color represents of the male, which symbolize of the method. And the red channel symbolize of the female, which symbolize the wisdom. The union of the wisdom and method can transfer our consciousness to the Buddha's Pure Land. So it is the like union of the, it is the symbolize of the appearance and emptiness. Blue color is the symbolize of the appearance, all the phenomena. Everything that you see, everything that you appear, everything that you can touch, everything that is the symbolize of the method. In Tibetan, Vajrayana used to call the yap, and the red color is the nature of that is emptiness. It's the union of the appearance and emptiness. It's the union of the bliss and emptiness. It is the unification of the method and wisdom. So if you know that, so at least you know a little bit your center channel, how important it is. So we need to know that. We just not visualize. You have to see how precious and how important to visualize and to meditate on that. So this on the very important to visualize time to time is your channel. The channel of the everything all the channels is united, is connected to the center channel. So one can visualize very good with the center channel. It's enough that all the channels, understand? Very, very important. Then the heart chakra. So in your heart chakra, there is the lotus. That is the lotus, or the 8 petal, red lotus today. It's not white chakra. The lotus is symbolized of the chakra. The heart chakra, the chakra of the wheel of Dharma, the chakra which is called the wheel of the enlightenment. Okay, so this is the symbol of union of all the chakras. No matter how many chakras we call it the yoga, Zalong, this is the unique of the chakra. So heart chakra is the, you visualize very clear. The petals are the red color, 8 petals, and it is the very, very living. It's not just a dry. It's not just leaves, it's very new, looks like rose. It's a red one beginning to grow, opening. So it's very beautiful. So the center of that, so you have the very small red bindu, the red pill bindu, the round, you see. So this is the not too big, not too small. It is very, very, very round. Is the symbol of your consciousness, the sixth mind, the sixth consciousness. The sixth consciousness is the man mind, sometimes called man consciousness. So this one is the symbolize of the bindu, the seat of the enlightenment, bodhicitta. It is the bodhicitta, the enlightenment mind. This is the seat of the enlightenment. You can name, this is the Buddha nature. This is your consciousness, as samsara we say. In the nirvana, in the liberation, we said this is your wisdom, the primordial wisdom, the bodhicitta, ultimate bodhicitta. This is this meditation we visualize like that. This is the very, very important. Understand me? Everybody trying to think about, and as much as clear that you can visualize. Then our top of the head, there is the Buddha Amitabha. Buddha Amitabha, the form is the Buddha Amitabha. The nature is your root lama. So you might have your lama. You have to visualize your lama. You need to have lama. Without lama, no matter how many tangas you have, statues you have, many deities, really, honestly, cannot get out from samsara. So you necessarily need the lama. Lama, maybe corona, sangye chave, mingyame means, without lama, the name of the Buddha will not be existing today. So that everybody, all the masters, guide to the lama, guide to the master. Tilopa got enlightenment also through the lama, Naropa, all these Indian Mahasiddhas. Even though the great master Tilopa said beginning, I don't have the human lama, my lama is Vajradhara, but on the other hand, he used to explain, so I do have the human lama, the Nagarjuna, and etc., etc., etc. There's the 4 major transmissions masters, Kawapshi Lama Dem. So there is the Tumo lineage Lama, there is the lineage of the clear light and illusory body yoga Lama, there's the dream yogas and for the Bardo yoga Lama, and there's Lama who teach the hearing transmissions of Dakini. So there is Lama. So that's why the master, the guru is very important. So we visualized Amitabha like this, not sitting like cross-legged, but sitting on the chair, looks like. And there's Amitabha's 2 back toe is closed in our crown chakra, not crown chakra, the top of the head, the center channel where it's open. It's pressed, it's not pressed, but closing there. It's not open. It's Buddha's, the big toe is put on there. So it's not feel heavy. It's the light body. It is just for rainbow body. It is the embodiment of emptiness again, embodiment of the clear. So it's not like human being sitting there. But Buddha Amitabha is the form of Nirmana Kaya. Understand? It is nature, is your root lama. Your root lama form of Buddha Amitabha. So if you visualize that very clear, it is the very important. The visualization of the power practice is immense important. Without doing good visualization, the sound making hik, pei, ka, whatever you do, it does not much effect with your mind. So the power practice, the visualization is very, very important. Once more, so I will say, our text today may not have the read the sadhana, the visualization is end of the text. There is the visualization. You need to read that. Each one, everyone you has got power text. You have to read the visualization point is the most important for the power practice. So in the text say, the first that comes to the mantra, the emptiness mantra. Now the ordinary world, the ordinary body, the ordinary concept, it will be dissolved into the emptiness. From the emptiness appear that you are Vajavarahi, as I said today, Vajavarahi or Vajayogini. Second is the empty body and central channel. Third was the heart chakra. And then fifth, it is we have talked about the very important, what we talked is the Buddha Amitabha, your root lama. Stay in the center channel, stay on top of your head. Understand? It is the very, very important. Each one you know that. So this visualization, you have to visualize, train very, very often. Very, very often. It's very, very important. So, so the open, so if of course, so those people in our text say, those people who have trained the vase breathing, Tumon breathing will be very, very good for the power practitioners. And at least that you have trained with the Chalung Yoga, which is very necessary to have all this kind of training practice will be very important. We have to do that train and time to time more and more. It's very, very important. And then we have to think about the doors of our body need to be closed. And we have to think about every door is closed by the mantra. We can visualize the mantra Hong. We can also think about it's just closed all of the doors. If you cannot visualize each door, mantra Hong, syllable Hong, but you can think about is the doors are closed. Because of that, if when we after the dying, right from the death, this Tibetan tradition is the subtle consciousness is lying in the center channel at least 3 days. It's not leaving our body, understand? So during that, if we touch the body, the consciousness is very sensitive. Very sensitive, is going to move, it will leave from the body. So normally the Tibetans, the tradition in the Vajrayana, we don't touch from the body, we leave it. And we should do some prayers because the consciousness is present, is still there. So that's why now the training time, if you train that continuously, it will be automatically coming. How to do, how to train, and how to close the doors are very, very important. So that's why it will be very important to know how we can do this practice. So the visualization, as I told now, it's really important. We have to visualize in this system, as we explained now. I think this is the one of the very, very unique way to visualize. Otherwise, it's difficult to say how to do the PHOWA. So there is, as I said, many signs of the dying, but of course we cannot turn all of them. In the Bardo teaching, normally explained all this kind of the dissolution, the dying process. It's very, very necessary to learn in the Bardo teaching. I think this is the unique of the explained in the Bardo. Anyway, we just taught this morning, it's very important to have understanding of the samsara and the four measure of four thoughts is really necessary. So we have to know how to go continue one of that. So this visualization, which I told you now, trying to visualize each one very, very, very clear. It's really, really important. If we don't visualize this one enough, so it's become very difficult to practice. So everyone think about that, how it will be. Because it's otherwise it's difficult. We have to know how to do and how to visualize. Then the PHOWA practice, we have the sadhana. The text today we got it is the Drikung text. That text is the, as I told this morning, it's called the Great Drikung PHOWA. It's a very important text that we can. There's many PHOWA texts, but this one is something very special. So it's very unique. So that we need to understand why we read this one. And this is the, actually, as I told this morning, everybody think it is the one of the very special one. It is dharma. It has come from the Pema Sambhava. So if you read the history of the PHOWA, you can see how the important this PHOWA text, why it's come through here. So it is the great master from Pema Sambhava, and he got directly from the Buddha Amitabha. So that's why we say why it's so important, this text, to have that we can practice. Not many people can get that, so that's why it's really necessary. Pema Sambhava gave to his student, one of student, and then kept it in Dharma. So after it's come to the Drikung Kaju. So that's why in Drikung now we really love that text. So it's very important. Everyone should know that it's the one of the very important practice. So now the text, the doors we have to close, as I said. So so the when we practice our consciousness after the dying, so when the consciousness leaves from our top of the head, as I said, so it's going to the pure land of the Buddha. As I said, this is the door of the Mahamudra, so door of the liberation, the door of the enlightenment. So when our consciousness leaves from there, and then we will take rebirth, Buddha's pure land or Dakinis pure land. It is called even we can take rebirth, the 25 different Dakinis pure land, the Kachari Tibet called. Or if it's best will be the Buddha Amitabha's pure land. There is no doubt that you're coming back to samsara. It will not be. There is no way to fall to the lower realms, sex realms. It's not possible. So that's why this door is very important. If our consciousness leaves from the forehead, from here, the third eyes place, if consciousness lives there, there is door we don't see now, but it is counting with the one door the third eye's place, the forehead. If we live from here, we might take rebirth. It's called the form realm, the form realm, the form world, which is the form. It means the goddess, the Lokapalas, and all this kind of the four direction kings. Remember, all this kind of spirit, but they are not God latent. They have lots of problems too. They are very much struggle. So there are in samsara different dimension, different atmosphere. So we should not take rebirth there. If we live there, this is a Naropa's way of tell. This is very, very important to know that. So consciousness can live from the third eye's place here. It's the door we call. So, and if this lives, which might take rebirth, like Lokapala, like the protector, but it means not got enlightenment, and it's called the form realm. It is not a very good way. So we should not leave our mind consciousness to that. This door is closed. This door is closed. You have to think about that. It's closed by syllable hung. In the text say that. If our consciousness leaves from the I, and our I here, there is the whole, right, where I we see. So we might take rebirth as human, as we are now, human beings. So humans, of course, we suffer a lot. The human beings having lots of problems. So that's why the main problem is we are now very struggle fighting war, natural disasters, disease, etc. But the main thing is the four major sufferings: suffering of the birth, suffering of the dying, suffering of sick, suffering of old age. Those are suffer, so we should not go there. We should not leave from the I. Is the one of the door. The first door is the best, as I said, is the top of the head. The word is the paw point. The second door is the third eyes. So this should be closed. And the third door is our eye. It should be closed because to take rebirth human. The second one is from the form realm, which means the Lokapalas. Those we don't see often. The form, but they have form. So those are we don't see, but this is not the best way. And then if it lives from the nostrils, if it lives from the nostrils, we might take rebirth of the spirit, that the obstacle spirit, which is called the Yaksha and Raksha in Tibet, which is the spirit which always looking for the smell. And Disa, you understand, is invisible, but there is many spirit who only to eat this smell. And those are not always the good. This is the called obstacles spirit. It can be very difficult. And if it lives from the ear, in our ear, hole from the ear, and we might take rebirth, the Mibamji means it is the take rebirth, the demigod, the Asuras, the half goddess, half god it's called, understand? So we're going to have lots of fight. There are some countries, some place, the war never stops. The fighting for the every little things, dying people as countlessly, but still continue. So all these fights come from because of the karmic cost. So we might take rebirth such a place, it is not really good. And then one of the door is our mouth. If we live from the mouth consciousness, we might take rebirth for the hungry ghost, who looking for only food, who searching for only food and drink. Understand? Hungry ghost means not something that under earth and the deep of the somewhere, but those who really hunger, those who really thirst. No time to practice, no time to enjoy, fight for that, dying for that. even little food and little drink, they will kill you. So this kind of like is the hungry ghost. Through the hungry, they are become like ghost. So they become very, very aggressive and very difficult. So that's why it's called the Yida, Tibet call, which in Seila type Yida means only thinking of the food, nothing else. So that's very dangerous. If our consciousness lives in this system, our navel is the one drawer. Navel, you know, where is the navel? That we see it is the one drawer. So it lives from here. It is the called the mountain space spirit. It's a spirit which stayed the mountain, spirit which stayed in space. In Tibetan tradition is called the Mount Merus, and that surround the Mount Meru. But anyway, it is the spirit which exists outside of the land. The mountain, for example, also Naga. Naga, maybe you guys heard, and spirit from different areas, and all this, and also the planet. The planet, maybe you know, right? So all of these have the consciousness. So they are not get enlightenment. They suffer a lot. They are not the free from suffering. We don't know it. So that's why we say every single sentient being means they belong to the sentient being. They suffer too much. In Dola Tibet, there is 6 different types of the like spirit. Those all belong to the different mountains, different lakes, different areas. So, for example, in forests and so, it's not good. So we take rebirth for like that, we're gonna to have really problem. And then if we goes our consciousness from the door, in front door, that the lower 2 lower doors in front door, where is the urine come out. So the door, so we take rebirth in this system is the animals. So the animals, of course, very much suffer. Animals are countless. If you go to enter the ocean, you will see that. What we know is very less. The many animals have life a second. They're dying and they come back. They're dying, they come back. So much suffer. Such as like you see butterflies on small insect. It's very short life, but they're always coming, right? So many worms and many insect flights. It's very, very difficult. If we think that it's so difficult, we even kill them. We're supposed to be Buddhist practitioners, but such animals, such insect, mosquitoes, and etc. So we should not take rebirth like that. It can be. It's dangerous. So it can be. So that's why if our consciousness lives from the front door, so it's not good. It will become the animals in this system. So we should close the door, all of these doors. So you might get 8 different doors, understand? So the last door is the behind, the word is the excremating, the door. So the door which go out from there, the consciousness take rebirth is the hell beings, hell. So the hell, which we call is the hot and cold, etc. But it means the suffer immense, profound suffering. So many beings dead. So there are, you see, actually, even sometimes you can see some countries, they fright the life insect and some animals and some flights, and especially some kind of the fish, some kind of like animals from the sea. They fry the life. They cook. I've seen it. So that is hell. That is hell. Hell don't need to have some special place. So how can bear such suffering? Understand me? So we have to think very carefully to do the PHOWA. Why I do that? We don't want that. We really should get now Buddha's Pure Land. We never know what will happen. So if it go out from the lower door, so it can be take rebirth and the helping. So all of this we have to close. So only the door, the first one, as I taught, the door of the liberation, the door of the Mahamudra, the door of enlightenment should be open. The other, all of the doors, if it's possible, closed by the syllable Hung. Dark, bright blue, black Hung, dark blue or black Hung, closed all of them. Sometimes you do meditate that. Sometimes you do meditate that, and sometimes you visualize that. It's very, very, very important, really. Everybody try need to do that. If you don't do that, it's very difficult. So that's why now you have got the 8 doors, right? So the last one is open. So the doors are, the first one is the forehead, and the first one is the Mahamudra door, the top of the head, the door of the liberation, the door of the enlightenment should be open. This is the first door, understand? Then second door is there's 8 doors which should be closed. The first one is your forehead. Second door is your eyes. Third door is nose. Fourth door is your ears. Fifth door is your mouth. And then the sixth door is your navel. And the seventh door is your front door. And the 8th door is your behind the door, the 2 lower doors. So 8 doors. We don't count the Mahamudra door, it's the 9, but this one is the liberation door. So the 8 negative doors. All understand? Did you get that? So the first is the in front, the forehead, third eyes. Second is the eye, only you call the eye. Third, both eyes same. Third one is the nose. And fifth one is the mouth. Understand? So, and the fifth, and then sixth one is your navel, and 7 is the front door, and 8 is the behind door. So 8 doors closed. Those 8 doors called the door of samsara. The door of samsara is the 8th number of the doors. Understand? It's within your body. So we have to think that carefully, because our consciousness mostly live from the mouth. Consciousness mostly live from the nose, mouth, and eye. These 3. This of there, what we use here: hearing, ear, eye, mouth, and eye mostly live here. 2 lower doors are not that much, but of course, time to time, if we have very bad karmas. But mostly it's live there. Really, Milarepa, the great masters, experienced that most of them live from one of those 5 senses. Because we talk too much, we smell, and we see, we hear, we all things what to do here. Attachment, desire, longing, everything is here. So that's why it's very sharp. It's very alert, those doors. So the 8th door should be closed. Think about that. So remember all of them. Very, very important to knowing that. And the last door open is the door of the liberation that we call as I said, door of the Mahamudra. And that one is really important to have the open. Otherwise, all doors should be closed. So it is really necessary to know that. So in order to do that, we have the text afterwards, we will do that. But as I said, the good PHOWA practitioners, so we need to have the renunciation, we need to have the bodhicitta training, and mind training practice is very necessary. As of this morning I told you, thinking of impermanent continuously, it is the one of the key point of the practice. So the Lord Jigten Sumgong, the founder of the Drikung lineage, who was the really great master, the yogi of the yogi, the reincarnation of Nagarjuna, and it's become very famous, the practice way. So his teaching, there was one very special PHOWA, it's called the Vasalama PHOWA, which means the transforming your consciousness through the clear light to the Lama's mind. This is called Lama PHOWA. Understand? There's different PHOWAs. There's Dharmakaya PHOWA. You directly transform your mind into the Dharmakaya. That would be the very good, but very less people can do that. So this is the Dharmakaya PHOWA. You not really need the do PHOWA. Some yogis, good practitioners, dying time, as I told this morning, like great master of the Drikung Kagyu, the latest master, like Pachung Rinpoche, say, I'm going to the Dharmakaya, understand? So it's called the Mavutepa, the mother of the Dharmakaya, the child of the Dharmakaya to meet together. So there is no need to do the PHOWA. It's still called PHOWA, means transferred that your nature mind to the nature of Dharmakaya. So it's the Dharmakaya PHOWA. So we cannot do that. Hopefully, maybe who knows? Nobody knows our mind, right? Nobody can judge each other. Nobody can judge. Buddha said, nobody can judge unless that you realize the true nature of the Dharmakaya or Dharmadhatu. After that, you cannot judge other people. So, but we don't know. So the first is called Dharmakaya PHOWA. If that can do, would be very great. If not, then it's the second, as I said, who has very good practice with Yidam practice, as we taught now, Chalung Yoga practice, and especially Naro Yoga practice. So the second PHOWA, it's called the PHOWA of Bardo, is Sambhogakaya PHOWA. So Sambhogakaya PHOWA means you will not take rebirth in any kind of sex realms, you transfer to the Buddha's pure land. So what we are trying is the Sambhogakaya PHOWA, that you will meet the Buddha at the time of the death. The Bodhisattva, they will come to you and pick you up. That is called actually Sambhogakaya PHOWA, means that you transform your mind into the Bodhisattva. Understand? You will transfer to your consciousness to the Tara's mind, to Amitabha Buddha, to Avalokiteshvara, and that is the Sambhogakaya PHOWA. Not very easy, but if you can do that, it's very good, of course. So then the last PHOWA in this system, the Nirmanakaya PHOWA. So the Nirmanakaya PHOWA is what we're going to do. It's called the three concept, PHOWA with the three concept. Understand? So the three concept PHOWA is we do now. So the first concept is the concept of the destination, the pure land, where you go. Where is the you go, where you want to reach, where you want to go. Is the Shingui, the pure land of the Amitabha, is your destination, the destination, where you go, understand? Is the first concept. Second concept is the path. The path, the road, the which you take to go there, is your center channel. The center channel is the part of the enlightenment. This second concept. The first concept is the pure land of Buddha Amitabha, Sukhavati. Second concept is the path to the enlightenment, to the Buddha's pure land, is your center channel. The center channel is the path of the enlightenment. Second concept. Be very clear. So third concept is who go to there. Who is the going there is your consciousness. So your consciousness is the traveler who travel to there. Who transfer there is your consciousness. So your consciousness, the third concept, is the guest or the traveler who goes to there. So this is the three concept, three example. The concept of the Pure Land as the destination, the concept of the central channel as the path of enlightenment, the concept of your consciousness as the guest who goes to there, the traveler, the passenger, the traveler who go to there. Understand? So these three concepts should be very, very, very important. Otherwise, it's not clear. So everybody understand that or not? So take these three concepts, PHOWA we do. The first PHOWA, Dharmakaya PHOWA. Second PHOWA is Sambhogakaya PHOWA. Dharmakaya PHOWA has no bardo. It's just directly to get enlightenment. Before you stop the breath, you already go there, you transform there. And second, the Sambhogakaya PHOWA means you stop your breathing moment that you will meet the Bodhisattvas. You will transfer to the Bodhisattva, the Buddha's Pure Land. That easy. The last one, we need to take rebirth. At least even go to the Buddha Pure Land, we need to have to take rebirth. So that's why it's called the Nirmanakaya PHOWA. It's not miracle born. So that's why it need to be like that. So if you take rebirth on Buddha Amitabha's Pure Land, it can be still the miracle's birth. Not a warm birth, not egg birth, not heat moisture's birth, but miracle birth. So that was still, it's called the Nirmanakaya, the PHOWA. So now there is one specialist. Sometimes it's called Mahamudra PHOWA, and mostly it's called the Lama PHOWA. So your mind transferred into the consciousness to the Lama's mind. Your consciousness transferred to the Lama's mind through the clear light, through the practice of the clear light. So that is the best that we can do, because you know your Lama, because you know your master. You think is that he or she is the just human being, he or she is just like that, but actually, even he or she is just human being, through your pure perception, pure concept, he or she will guide you. He or she can help you. So that's why it's very important. So that's why the great master of the Drikung Kagyu, the lineage founder, as I said, Lord Jigten Somgon, and the Ranashiri, the reincarnation of the Nagarjuna, who has taught the essence of the essence Buddha's teaching, put into the very precisely, very easy to understand the teaching. And he always say, I didn't teach any word which I have not met my own experience. Understand? So through his teaching, so he said the best PHOWA will be transferred your consciousness through the clear light to the Lama's mind. That is easy, because Yidam, Chakasambhara, Vajavarahi, whatever you never met them. You don't know them. Even the Bodhisattva, Avalokiteshvara, Amitabha, we don't know them. We have never met, we just listen. We believe. But the Lama, the master, if you have good on, you know he or she. It is very, very close to you. So that's why it's very important. For that reason, the Lord Jigten Somgon gave the teaching to his student, very specific, very important, really to this samsara life, how to read off and what is important or not. So one day, he took the 4 men students with him, and he went to in the mountain to walk around, and then empty place, there is nothing. So then he sit on the stone and he told, show me the sign of your practice. Each one you need to show now special like city, the attainment, the sign. Each one have to show, he told them. If you are my good student, so each one need to show. One of the first reincarnation of the Gachi Rinpoche, and then there was other trees. The first one become transformed into the Yamantaka. He was the great Yamantaka practitioner. The second one bring the fresh medicine from the India in this really second moment. The third one was the cook, actually. The Renashiri Jigten Songgon's cook. He even put the lead, lead, put on the spoon, the big spoon. He could put on the sun rays, hang up it. So everybody did some. There was one of the very close to him student, and older one, very old one, a very long time with him. That guy could not do nothing. But he has deep devotion to the master. He really loved the master. He really trusts the master. But through this, he could not show any sign. Don't be offended. So he passed away in that moment. So when he passed away, all of that think, oh, that guy, that is the poor guy, poor student. He doesn't show any sign. Rather, he was old enough, and he passed away. But Jigten Songgon told, that is the best. He transforming to in my mind. So because of that, he gave the Jigten Songgon gave very specific teaching. How should be the good practitioners? So he sing a song, Vajra song. I just read short after we go to the sadhana. So Jigten Songgon said here, listen to my dear Dharma student, my heart son, the most beloved one, who just going past now. You just think that. Whatever you have, whatever, everything is impermanent. Everything, whatever, is impermanent. The samsara in nirvana, all the whatever comes, it is just like lying. It is just like fake. So you cannot toss forever. You cannot toss forever or not, he asked that. Because it is just impermanent. It is everything is it is because impermanent. It's just like rainbow. Understand? So at the old worldly existence, the eight worldly concerned, and the opposite of that, everything is like rainbow. So you cannot toss forever. Pride, gaining, understand, longing, happy, whatever. It's just like rainbow, comes and goes. He said, my dear Dharma student, my beloved son, don't attach for that. Just, it is, cannot be like touched. All your friends, all your relatives, even your Dharma friends, and whatever all the gatherings your life had, when we depart, right? When we depart lives, whatever have talked, we talked by very nice, sweet, the heart advice or telling the truth, very important things what we talked, whatever, it is echo, like echo of the mountain, the rock. After the past, doesn't left anything. So he said, everything, sweet words, nice things you tell you, it's nice, of course, but don't attach it. Don't keep so long. It is not forever. It is like a cow of the rock. So it is really not the forever. So don't need to, it cannot be, cannot trust forever. So that's why it is important to leave all of them. do not be attached. My dear Dharma son, he said, my dear student, Jigten Sumgon was old too. He put his hand stick on the heart of that guy, that student who passed away, and on end of his Jigten Sumgon's heart, the other one's the corpse of the died student, old one. So he said, if you are a good student, now come to my heart. He said that, understand? So when we see the ceasing of the gradually getting old and the declining of our body, outside body, understand? Changing the skins, getting the gray hairs, also, etc., etc. So he said, when you see that, everything youthfulness and growing with your body, all of this is the whatever we learned, whatever you have power and nice, whatever, where is the like spring flower, blooming flower, understand? It will be not stay forever. It is only the few months it will go. So don't be attached. He said, don't be attached for that. We do attach normally too much for that, right? To keep it forever. Nowadays, people do lots of operations, also surgeries, also plastic, everything. Cannot. It's just law of nature. It's causality, he said. My dear Dharma student, it is like flower bloomings in the springtime. You have to leave it. It will come, it will go. Nobody can do that. So he said, no, it is, you cannot trust forever. Understand? Everything we collect our life to make business, to build, to keep, to sift, everything, almost like beans to collect honey. All very hard, small by small. Understand? They're really hard. But one day somebody will come, he or she will take, and they will sell it. We eat with the bread. But the bean picked from the flower, very each on, very hard. So we use that. So he said, everything you collect in your life, everything you did, so much work hard, you save all of these things. Once it's go, when you ceased, and whatever you did it, it's like dew of the grass, the water dew, understand, of the grass is gone. So he said, don't be attached, my dear. Don't trust forever. Transfer your mind to me. In my mind, Jigten Sumgon said, he's the Lama's mind. If the Lama is not good, of course, we will not say that. So he has the confidence to say that. He has the pride, pride to say that. He knows that he is enlightened himself, Lord Jigten Sumgon Shiri. So he said that. Understand? This is very important. When we see the suffering of the birth and dying and aging and sick, everything now we see the wonderful gathering, party, I don't know, whatever we call is the clubs, and so gatherings on wonderful, it is nice, but don't attach for that. Whatever is good gatherings, festivals, all of that, he said, don't attach for that, because it's just like Dharma. You know, Dharma you show, different masks coming and show, and we upload, and that's it, but it's gone. So he said, this is the will of the suffering, is some changes continue. So I said, don't be attached. You enjoy it. You look it, but don't be attached, hold up, grasping. Doesn't help you. It brings you samsara again. So I said, now, my dear son, heart-san, dear student, come to the Lama's heart. Whatever you have seen, whatever you have saw, it is not for that. So that is the just for drama to show, understand? It's like theater, so it doesn't exist. So he said, please, focus on the power practice. The main power, the clear light power, transferred consciousness to the Lama's heart. Jigten Somgon explained very exclusively, because he was the Mahamudra yogi in the embodiment of the bodhicitta. So he knows that if Lama has not that power, cannot tell such things. But if Lama has that power, he has gained the Buddha enlightenment of the Buddha's hood. So that's why he can tell proudly, loudly. So he told, no problem, come to me. So your great master is the like tree of the bodhicitta, understand? But students can see there's many different of the lamas, and the master also still see the different students say he or she treat that one good, that one not good, he loves that one, she loves that one, but not. All of this is just fake. It is just our impure. It is lying to ourselves. Because the friend of who is the negative, who create the negatives, the entire samsara being has the mind poisons negative thoughts. So because you cannot trust whatever they say, you have to check. There's some control. Somebody will come to you, that Lama is like that, this teacher is that, she is like that, he is like that, so you should not, so you don't trust that. You check. You have to think about, because everybody will say something. The entire of the samsara beings are occupied by the three mental poisons: attachment, ignorance, hatred. They will give you a very sweet word in your ear, no, do not do like that. That is the very big obstacle. Jigten Sumgon saying that it is very important. Your Lama, you have to see he or she is the tree of the bodhicitta. So whatever they say, you ignore it, you follow it. But you have to find good Lama, okay? Before founding Lama, you have to investigate, of course. But after, people say, don't listen to that always, because they will, yes, even, some Buddha student told to other students, no, Buddha not good. Buddha lazy, and Buddha have no compassion. They tell like that. In our masters also, there is so many things coming. That is samsara. So Jigten Sumgon said, "CHUYයෙන් N." So the entire of the samsara, the surround is the friend of the negative creators. So you don't listen to that. Even there are good friends. It doesn't mean you give up them, but you have to use your intelligent mind, your devotion. You have the eye to check that. You have the capacity to check that. He said it's very, very important. Please don't do that. So once you having the generated mind with enlightenment, seeing the all sentient beings as your mother or your parents, right? Then the self-charity and self-attachment, grasping, it's really lying to you. It's really misleading you. It is really dangerous. You will fall to the lower realms. And no realm, lower yanas. The lower yanas, understand? So Jigten Sumgon said, be very careful. Once you have generated the mind enlightenment, bodhicitta, to know all sentient beings as your parents. Now it's very important to think about what makes sense the having self-attachment, grasping. Understand? There is not. Once you have that, so you don't have that. You can take care. You can take care. And do. So we should be pure with the generating mind enlightenment. It's very, very important. So Jigten Sumgong said that. So as I told this morning, he said, if you are carefully practice of the causality, the nature of the law, cause effect, every virtue things bring the positive result, every non-virtue things bring the negative. So if you really carefully that, you don't need special advice. You don't need special advice, teaching even. That's the great teaching. Follow your karma. Lord Rana Shiri say, that is the nature of causality. Nobody can change. Nobody can lie. Karma will not lie. Karma will not lost. Karma will not missed. It will follow because it's law causality. It's a natural law. It's karmic law. Nobody has made it. It is so. It is natural. So because of that reason, we're looking for happiness, not suffering. Why? Because it is causality. It is law of nature. It is the karmic law. It is caused by positive deeds and negative deeds. Right? Everyone, why we not look suffering? Because it's nature. The fire is hot. It's not cold, it's nature. Understand? The water is a liquid. It's moisture, it's nature. It's not because somebody need to change it. Nobody can change even that. So the karmic, so he say, so whatever people say, people say, sometimes may say, this is negative, this is positive karma. It's just like, again, it's lying or misleading. You have to follow the karma. You will know what is that. It's very important. It's like tantra, he say, in the space, you know. So there's no rain, but tantra is like that. So we have to be very, very good teaching what Lord Jigten Sumgong. If the Lama has the great realization with a great blessing, so there is no obstacles for he or she. All of this we said, that is obstacle, that is for obstacle for Lama. There's no, because he had achieved all the greatest cities beyond all the problems. So there is no way to become wrong. We see that. So this is very difficult now. This is nowadays very difficult. The great yogis, great masters, like such as Tilopa, Naropa, today, if they are here, they're going to take maybe in jail, right? They think you are wrong. They go to naked there, they go to eat people, not give food, something like that. They think it's not like that. Actually, it's beyond. But nowadays, so people think they are crazy. They're mentally not stable, maybe think. So all these kind of things are just because of that we do not understand their mind. So that's why there is no need to tell all these things. It's like, how to say, telling the words without meaning. Yes. So it's very important to knowing that. So if we transform the mind as clear light, transform the mind into the Mahamota, then all these accumulations, merits, purifications are not needed. Until now we need, but then not needed. So that's why, so now finally the Lama said, today you are here on the cemetery, lying your body here. and you think you are alone. After the death, nobody is there. But he said, don't be sad. Everything is impermanent. Because of the impermanent, you can transform your mind to transfer mind to me, to Lama. You need to have the devotion and to, we say it's some means to really missing your Lama. So missing Lama is important time to time. Milarepa also said that. So through such devotion, and we can do that, the practice is very, very important. Understand? So everybody know that. So this is the how to actualize, how to visualize the PHOWA. So now anyway, today, so I talk too much. So now we do the PHOWA practice together short, and we're going to have, after that we will stop. But we will do it now, one short practice together. So we have the sadhana. So we have German sadhana, English sadhana. So everybody who read the German can read German, and who read English can read English. The sadhana is same. Same sadhana I have sent to the Tashi, so she can share on the Zoom. So the both sadhana is here, I think. My computer. So it's Tashi. Tashi is here or not?
Yes, I did share Lamala.
So you see here, Drikung PHOWA, it's both in English and in German. You can look there and can download. Everybody have the text? Right. I think I have to look through the text from the same you guys have. My text maybe is longer. I'll check with my iPad. So we will read slowly in Tibet, and then I will tell you what should we do to meditate, but we read together. Each one you have text, you look the text, those who have downloaded, those who have text in your hand, it's same. So we go through the page number 1 and read just from the refuge and meditation prayers, right? Follow me slowly, I will read. Tam je je zo je we ma nam kha da nyam be sem chen tam je de wa dan de dong a dan tra nyor da la na me ba yang da ba zo be jang jo ren bo Tobara ja de che do sang ma ye ye bara de longa ye zong ge wa la ko ma ye bara de longa ye zong ge wa la ko de ren ne zong de nye ma sang da zam ye ba longa ye zong ge wa la ko sang ye jo dan zo ye jo nam la Chanjo pardu dani jabzun che dake che zo jeve zo nam je dro la penjere sanje dro para sho ma nam ka danyam be sem chen tam je dewa dan deve ju dan den para joro che donga che ju dan tre vara joro che Donga mebe dewa dam me trawa joro che nyeren chata nyendan tra tanyam la dewara joro che. Now I will tell you why should we need to go. We don't need to do this lineage prayer. We have to go to the page 24, Lama channel. You move to the page 24, there's a called Lama channel. Invocation of the Lamas, love and compassion. Page number 24. Yes? Okay. Lama channel. Lama channel. Lama channel. Palden Lama Guje Wanjo Dabo Gaju Yongye Zoyen Drove de bon dambe lam don toje ngada jave jaza ca trên đà ra tông ban đà mê đô rơ chê cha wang gom bon chê gom ba chen boi jen no so wan de so to je song je chen ge lo je wo zhuo nan yi dan ye zhou 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 jie. We chant the Lama Keno again 3 times, just Lama Keno. We don't need to repeat the text. Lama Keno, Lama Keno, Lama Keno, Chen Chen Zawe Lama Keno. So we go to the text. You see the lineage prayer of the PHOWA transmission. We read that, okay? Number 26. We Beman June La Soan de Savlam Boan Jongwara Chinge Lo Yulam Pove Kachun Rovara Chinge Lo Dazon de Ne Zebon Germando Dewa Jinde Gewara Chinge Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Lo Terdon Yinda Sanje La Soan de Savlam Boan Jongwara Chinge Nyolam Bove Kajon Rovara Jinje Lo Dazon Dene Tsebon Germanda Dewa Jinde Gewara Jinje Lo Zanje Oba Mela Chanza Tsungme Namge Zenchen La Sowan De Salam Pawan Jongwara Jinje Lo Nyolam Bove Kajon Rovara Jinje Lo Dazon Dene Tsebon Germanda Dewa Jinde Gewara Jinje Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Lo Dongden Sangam Bandra La Soa De Salam Bowan Jongwara Jinje Nyolam Bove Kajon Rovara Jinje Lo Dazon Dene Tsebon Germanda Dewa Jinde Gewara Jinje Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Poko Trime Lodro La Soan De Salam Boan Jongwara Chinge Lo Nyolam Pobe Kajo Ndrawara Chinge Lo Dazo Dene Tsebon Yerma Dewa Jinde Gewara Chinge Lo Sangye Oba Mela Chanza Lo Choche Sangye Janzen La Soan De Salam Boan Jongwara Chinge Nyolam Bove Kajon Rovara Chinge Lo Dazon Dene Tsebon Germanda Dewa Jinde Gewara Chinge Lo Sangye Oba Mela Chanza Tsungme Mate Zenchen La Sowan De Savlam Bowan Jongwara Chinge Lo Nyolam Bove Kajon Rovara Chinge Lo Dazon Dene Tsebon Germanda Dewa Jinde Gewara Chinge Lo Sangye Oba Mela Chanza Lo Yongzi Punso Namja La Soan De Salam Boan Jongwara Chinge Nyolam Pove Kajon Rovara Chinge Lo Dazon Dene Tsebon Germanda Dewa Jinde Gewara Chinge Lo Sangye Oba Mela Chanza Kenchen Namchom Punso La Sowan De Salam Bowan Jongwara Chinge Lo Nyolam Pove Kajon Rovara Chinge Lo Dazon Dene Tsebon Germa Dewa Jinde Gewara Chinge Lo Sangye Oba Mela Chanza Lo Chezu Koncho Rena La Sowan De Salam Bowan Jongwara Chinge Nyolam Pove Kajon Rovara Chinge Lo Dazon Dene Tsebon Germada Dewa Chindu Gewara Chinge Lo Sangye Oba Mela Chanza Ringzin Choje Chakwa La Sowan De Savlam Bowan Jongwara Chinge Lo Nyolam Pove Kajon Rovara Chinge Lo Dazon Dene Tsebon Germada Dewa Jinde Gewara Jinge Lo Sangye Oba Mela Chanza Lo Koncho Chilen Namja La Sowan De Salam Bowan Jongbara Jinge Nyolam Pove Kajon Rovara Jinge Lo Dazon Dene Tsebon German Dewa Jinde Gewara Jinge Lo Sangye Oba Mela Chanza Koncho Chilen Sambo La Sowan De Salam Bowan Jongwara Jinge Nyolam Pove Kajon Rovara Jinge Lo Dazon Dene Tsebon Germa Dewa Jinde Gewara Jinge Lo Sangye Oba Mela Chanza Lo Chilen Tundro Choja La Sowan De Salam Bowan Jongwara Jinge Nyolam Pove Kajon Rovara Jinge Lo Dazon Dene Tsebon Germada Dewa Jinde Gewara Jinge Lo Sangye Oba Mela Chanza Concho tenzin rondo la sovande salam poan jongwa chinge lo nyolam pove kajo drowa chinge lo dazo dene zebon yurma dewa jende jewara chinge lo sanje oba mela chanza lo yongzi chuje jansen la sovande salam poan jongwa chinge Nyolam pave kajon rovara chinje lo tason tene tsepon jirmata dewa chintu jevara chinje lo sanje opa mela chansa tenzin choje nima la sovande salam povan jongvara chinje Nyolam pave kajon rovara chinje lo tason tene tsepon jirmata Dewa Jenda Jewara Jinge Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Lo Kyapta Pema Jansen La Soa De Salam Poan Jongwara Jinge Nyolam Pove Kachon Rovara Jinge Lo Dasun Tene Tsepon Jirmata Dewa Jenda Jewara Jinge Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Chizun Dharman Danza La Sowan De Salam Powan Jongwara Chinge Lo Yulam Pove Kachun Rovara Chinge Lo Dason Dene Tsepon Jirma Dewa Jindu Jewara Chinge Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Lo Garchin Chanchu Angpo La Sowan De Salam Powan Jongwara Chinge Nyolam pove kachun rovara chinge lo dason tene tsepon jirmata dewa chintu jevara chinge lo sanje oba mela chanza chechen lo dro jensen lo sowan de salam powan jongvara chinge lo Nyolam pove kachun rovara chinge lo dason tene tsepon jirmata Dewa Chintu Jewara Chinge Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Lo Rinchen Tembe Tsekin Lo Sowa De Salam Powan Jongwara Chinge Nyolam Pove Kachun Rovara Chinge Lo Tason Tene Tsepon Jurmata Dewa Chintu Jewara Chinge Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Concho Tuche Nima La Sowa De Salam Powan Jongwara Chinge Lo Nyolam Pove Kachon Rovara Chinge Lo Dason Dene Tsepon Jurma Dewa Chintu Jewara Chinge Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Lo Lo Chu Chowan Lo Chu La Sowa De Salam Powan Jongwara Chinge Nyolam Pove Kachon Rovara Chinge Lo Dason Dene Tsepon Jurma Dewa Chintu Jewara Chinge Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Ujian Nonden Dorje La Sowan De Salam Powan Jongwara Chinge Nyolam Pove Kachon Rovara Chinge Lo Dason Dene Tsepon Jurma Dewa Chintu Jewara Chinge Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Lo Chezun Concho Chojab La Sowan De Salam Powan Jongwara Chinge Nyolam Pove Kacho Rovara Chinge Lo Dason Dene Tsepon Jurma Dewa Chintu Jewara Chinge Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Tenzin Choje Lo Zho La Sowan De Salam Powan Jongwara Chinge Lo Nyolam Pove Kacho Rovara Chinge Lo Dason Dene Tsepon Jurma Dewa Chintu Jewara Chinge Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Tupten Shive Lo Zho La Sowan De Salam Powan Jongwara Chinge Nyolam Pove Kachon Rovara Chinge Lo Dason Dene Tsepon Jurmata Dewa Chintu Jewara Chinge Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Tenzin Chuyen N La Sowan De Salam Powan Jongwara Chinge Lo Nyolam Pove Kachon Rovara Chinge Lo Dason Dene Tsepon Jurmata Dewa Chintu Jewara Chinge Lo Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Lo Tinchen Zawe Lama La Sowan De Salam Powan Jongwara Chinge Nyulam Pove Kachon Rovara Chinge Lo Dason Dene Tsepon Jurmata Dewa Chintu Jewara Chinge Sanje Oba Mela Chanza Lo So now we meditate first. We visualize yourself, Vajravarahi, empty body, center channel, and heart chakra, and the syllable, or like the bindu, the red small pill, and top of your head, Buddha Amitabha, as we explained. So we visualize that. We do 3 times exhale, inhale, trying to sit straight. And then afterwards, I will say the hic, and you can say together. So we say the 27 hic, the first, the little ball, the pill, the red one, from here to the throat chakra, 7 hic, from throat chakra to the crown chakra, 7 hic, and then from here to the go touch the Buddha's back toe, 7 hic, and then ka, it will come back. So we do that together. So everybody sit straight, visualize very clear. As I said, your outer body is the Vajravarahi. Your inside body is empty halo, and center channel, the middle of your body, outside is blue, inside red. Start from the under the navel, 3-4 fingers down navel, and straight go through the center, your body, and open top of the head. And the top of your head to visualize the Buddha Amitabha. Nature is your Lama and form Amitabha. And his big 2 big toes close the top of the head chakra. We close all 8 doors with the bright blue home. We do 3 times, exhale, inhale, very soft. First inhale. Then when I said hic, you all can say, so our consciousness as symbol, small red ball, jumps from until throat chakra to crown chakra to the Buddha's back toe, touched, and then we say ka, it's come back, we do 3 times together. Hic, 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 hic. Ka. Hic, 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 hic. Ka. Hức, 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 hức. Ka. So we will read the text continue. It's shorter than before. And then we do once more, the power. So we have to read the text once more. It's shorter, don't worry. Ujin pema jungne la sowa de salam bowa jungwara jinje lo nyolam bobe ka jundrawara jinje lo da son dene zebon jurmada dewa jinde jewara jinje lo sanje waba mela chanza lo terdon nyinda sanje la sowa de zungme namge zenjen la sowa de Tongde sangha bandra la sowande, poko trime lodro la sowande, choche sangye janzen la sowande, tsungme mate zenchen la sowande, yongzin punzo namja la sowande, kenchen namchang punzo la sowande, chezun koncho rena la sowande, ringzin choche traba la sowande, Conjo Trillion Namjala Sawande, Conjo Trillion Sambola Sawande, Trillion Dendro, Chajala Sawande, Conjo Tenzin Rondola Sawan, Yungzi Choje Janzen La Sawande, Tenzin Choje Nimala Sawande, Kapta Peme Janzen La Sawande, Jetun Dharman Danzala Sawan. Garjen Jangjo Angbo La Sowande, Chichen Lojo Jensen La Sowande, Renchen Temben Zejen La Sowande, Konjo Tujen Nima La Sowande, Lojo Chowan Lojo La Sowande, Wijen Nunden Dorje La Sowande, Chezun Konjo Choja La Sowande, Tenzin Choje Lojo La Sowande, Tupten shive lodro la sowande, tenzin chojen jungnen la sowande, chenchen tsawe lama la sowande, sablam boan jongwara jinje, nyulam bowe kacho ndrawara jinje lo, tason tenne tsebon jurmanda, dewa chende jewara jinje lo, sanje wapa me la chansa lo. Meditate like before, visualize everything as I said before, and we do one's practice together. Hug, 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 hug. Ka. Hực, 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 hực. Hực, 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 hực. So we go through the text of the long life Buddha. So we have to, even we do PHOWA, we have to stay long life in order to benefit all beings. So we do the long life Buddha short practice. Chanza lo om namo bhagavate aparimeda ayunjana subhe tenzo ranzaya tadanggadaya arhate samya sambuddhaya Teyata om punye punye ma punye aparimeda punye aparimeda punye jana sambaravate Om sarva samkara parishunde dharmade gangana samogade sombhava bishunde ma Anaya pare gore sova om amarane jevende sova om amarane jevende sova om amarane jevende sova Om amarane jevende soha. 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 Ha omo amarane jevende so om amarane jevende so om amarane jevende so om amarane jevende so ha omo amarane jevende so om amarane jevende so Om amarane jevende so Om amarane jevende so ha Om amarane jevende so Om amarane jevende so Om amarane jevende so Om amarane jevende Saha Om amarane jevende so Om amarane jevende so Om amarane jevende so Gewade nyorde Ta tseba mengon rojrone Drowa chekyam aluba Diye sala kopara cho sonam diye tamche sekpa ye tona nyembe trana pamche de kega na jemba lon chukpa sipe solen drowa Rovara cho jang jo sem jo rembo je ma je bana je joro je je wa nyam ba me ba Gone, gone, pewara show. So this is the now PHOWA teaching and PHOWA practice. So today we're going to stop here. I need to do some preparation for tomorrow. We have first the refuge, and after we do have some practice and for Losar short ceremony. So that's why I think enough today we did it here. So everybody hopefully get something and practice PHOWA, as I said, once in a month. If it's possible, 3 times a month. If it's not at least once a month, you all should do that because it's very important. And continually pray to Buddha Amitabha and Pure Land of Amitabha, often to think about that. And that will be very, very important for everyone, you guys. Okay? Everybody clear? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye, Lama.
Thank you.
Bye-bye,
See you.
Drupon.
Yes.
You.
Hello. Oh, hello. Yes. I can see all of you. Yes.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.